Experts are urging people to limit the amount of seafood they consume daily due to high presence of microplastics in critical waterways around the world. In countries like Jamaica, which rely heavily on the fishing sector, people are being advised to diversify their diet. Kalisha Williams was at the Society of Environmental Journalists Conference in Chicago and now reports.
The Society of Environmental Journalists Conference in Chicago, Illinois, was an opportunity for journalists and scientists to converge and discuss some of the pressing environmental issues impacting the world today. While oil and gas and the need to transition to renewable energy solutions was the biggest topic, these young scientists were concerned about microplastics and the challenges facing the global fishing industry.
We have found that a lot of microplastics are actually accumulating in Arctic waters, specifically in the sea ice as well as the sediments at the bottom of the ocean, of the Arctic Ocean.
However, we were told microplastics are common in every ocean. Samira Umar has been studying the Arctic Ocean since 2019, and she said there is enough evidence to show that people should be limiting the amount of seafood they consume daily due to the presence of microplastics in marine creatures.
If you are a consumer of seafood, you might want to know that there tends to be a high amount of microplastics in your seafood. So shrimp or like bottom feeders tend to have they tend to filter out a lot of microplastics out of water. And so when larger animals like a salmon, let's say, eat these smaller organisms, they consume all of the microplastics that organism consumes.
And when people consume those fish, the microplastics accumulate in the body, leading to serious health implications, which is why seafood lovers are urged to try a plant-based diet in some instances.
There's a lot of studies that have been showing links to endocrine disruption or even like dementia and Alzheimer's down the line for lots of microplastics in brain specifically.
Important takeaway should be like it has to be relying more into personal decisions, because we know that this pattern is happening of plastics and different contaminants and pollutants have occurring in the fishes, but we need to understand and disseminate this information for the public so they know how to act.
Jamaica has been taking a leading role in plastic pollution reduction from a policy standpoint with our ban on single-use plastics in 2019. Still, plastics are present in our environment and typically enter our waterways. In fact, there are many other studies which show microplastics are virtually everywhere, with people inhaling an estimated 68,000 microplastic particles every day. And so, outside of limiting seafood consumption, there are other strategies Jamaicans can take to reduce their exposure to microplastics.
Put an air purifier in your home or some kind of opening the window. It reduces the amount of microplastics in your indoor home air.
Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.